is a beautiful day. It's February 28th, and I realized I've not done an update for February to show you guys what's growing. So I thought I would walk through my gardens here really quick, just give you a sneak peek at things so you can see how they're doing. So this is the spinach that I planted in fall of last year, and it's hanging in there, doing pretty good. I haven't been harvesting any spinach this month at all, just kind of letting it overwinter, kind of just do its thing, and I expect here March a lot of this growth will just take off. I did lose some of my plants in here, but not a lot of them. I have a lot I can hang on to. I may just go back and put some more spinach seed in the empty pockets there. And then my cilantro did great all through the cold seasons. And I lost some carrots. As you can see here, I have some that are doing fine. Okay? And then my favorite thing I want to show you guys is that I have eggs. So these are eggs from our new flock that I started. I got them in September, and I did a video on how we picked up the chicks and at the hatchery and all of that. So they just started laying this week. So we are just thrilled. We are getting eggs from them. So now I'll take you inside. I'm starting some lettuce for the GreenStalks inside. I have some scallions, and then I have some sweet potatoes, some new sweet potatoes I'm starting. And then I still have the old sweet potatoes I started in the fall. And those are growing slips, and that's really more for fun. These other ones will be fresh slips, and those will be the ones I use for this summer. Okay, so now I'll show you my square foot garden. Okay, so here is the square foot garden, and you guys may remember I usually plant my spring garden in the fall. I plant about half of it. This year I only planted carrots in this garden for the spring. So last fall I planted carrots in this garden for this spring, and I planted my spinach and my cilantro and scallions and things in my GreenStalk garden, the vertical garden. And so those survived, and then I was scared I'd lost all of my carrots this year because we had such a cold winter in December. It hit, I think it was -20 wind chill, and it was 0 degrees Fahrenheit, so very cold. All of my carrots looked like they had died, but they are coming back, so I'm very happy I did not lose my carrots. And then this here is saffron. Okay, and I already planted sugar snap peas. I did that last week. They're not up yet, and I'm afraid the seeds that I used are pretty old. I am going to replant those probably this week as well. They should already be up because I soaked them good before I put them in the soil. And we've had nice rain. We've had perfect temperatures for those to come up. So I need to get on that and try to get some more planted. And this is tarragon coming back beautifully, along with the carrots that I thought I lost in this bed. And then we have scallions over here. Okay, a lot of scallions and onions. And then this is oregano. Looking great. I divided a little bit of that, put it in another bed. And so I always love oregano. It's so wonderful. And more scallions. I planted some that I started indoors. I transplanted those out, and then I put some more in here just from seed right here. So those will probably come up here in the next week or two. And then lemon thyme. This is not using the square foot garden method. I'm really just kind of letting this oregano take over this bed. I love it so much. I dry it and I use it in everything. It's real good for you. So I'm just kind of sticking anything over here that I can work into this bed, and then that thyme will spread out. So this little bed here will probably be mostly oregano and thyme next year. And then my final bed here, let's see what I have over here. Carrots are coming back. Some again that I thought I had lost. There's just a few. But then I also have parsley, which I transplanted out here, 4 per square foot. I did that. I started those indoors. And then I have a rosemary here that I purchased at the nursery. I also have a lot of cuttings I've started inside that I'll put all throughout my yard, and then the chives are really looking good. And I also started some chives indoors, and I moved them out. As you can see my little pink tag there, but something got over here digging in my bed, and I think it killed my little chive plant, my new one. I wanted to get a new one growing over here. So there you have it. Now I'll show you one more thing actually. Alright, here are my blueberry bushes. Now I have all what are called northern high bush blueberry bushes. And I did a real good video on these bushes when I planted them many, many years ago. I want to say probably 8 years ago maybe longer. They've done very well over the years. Last year, of course, I had a little bit of a problem with these two. And it might be that I just put some weed block all the way up to the bottom there. I was trying to keep the weeds out, and I think it also restricted the water to the bushes. First I was thinking it may have been some type of disease, what you call lichen on there, but that really should not affect the growth of your bush, so I don't think that was the problem. I cut this one all the way back to try to see if I could stimulate new growth, maybe a healthier bush this year. I didn't do that to all my bushes, of course, because I didn't know if that would kill it, so we'll see. That's an experiment. But overall, I put this new one in last year, so that's a new bush for us, and we're going to add another high bush over here. So just be aware, if you're planting blueberry bushes, if you're growing high bush, low bush, or rabbit eye, you need to plant them. You need to have them all of that same type so they will pollinate together. I think northern high bushes, most of those are self-pollinating, but they do better when you have different varieties. So if you plant a rabbit eye, just one rabbit eye with a lot of northern high bush, that rabbit eye will not pollinate. You won't get, and it has to have another rabbit eye of a different variety in order to cross-pollinate to get blueberries. So be careful with what are called rabbit eye blueberry bushes, but your northern high bushes are really good, and those are very common, very easy to find usually at your local garden center. So you can check out my video on that if you like. Alright, so there we go. So I hope you guys are out there digging in your dirt, getting ready for a beautiful spring. Thank you so much for watching, and y'all have a beautiful day.